It looks fresh, it smells healthy, but Subway isn't the guilt-free sandwich shop it pretends to be. From fake tuna and sugary bread to hidden additives and misleading nutrition, the truth behind those $5 footlongs is disturbing. Before you take another bite, you need to know what you're really eating. Subway markets itself as the healthy alternative to greasy burgers and fries. With its Eat Fresh slogan and wall-to-wall vegetables, it seems like a smarter fast food option. But what if we told you that Subway's image is a carefully crafted illusion, and the reality is far less appetizing? Behind the deli glass and plastic gloves lies a laundry list of scandals, deceptive practices, and ingredients that raise serious red flags. Whether it's their bread, their meat, or their infamous tuna, Subway has been caught doing one thing consistently: cutting corners while selling health halos. Here's why you might never want to eat at Subway again. At least not until you see what's really happening behind the counter. 1. The bread isn't really bread. Let's start with the foundation of every sandwich, the bread. You'd think Subway's bread would be better than most fast food, but in Ireland, a court literally ruled that Subway's bread was too sugary to legally be called bread. That's right, Subway's signature rolls contain so much sugar, around 10% of the flour weight, that they're more pastry than staple. Their wheat bread, just as sweet as white bread. The 9-grain honey oat, it sounds healthy, but it's loaded with high fructose corn syrup and refined grains, not whole grains. Even worse, their bread used to contain azotocarbonamide, a chemical also used in yoga mats. Subway promised to remove it after public backlash in 2014, but not all locations updated their recipes immediately, and the damage to trust was already done. Why it matters. You're eating a sugar-laced, highly processed roll, masquerading as a health food. 2. The Tuna Scandal. Yes, it's still fishy. In 2021, Subway faced a massive class action lawsuit claiming their tuna wasn't actually tuna. Lab tests on several samples found no detectable tuna DNA, sparking headlines around the world. Subway denied the allegations, insisting their tuna is 100% real. But the scandal didn't disappear. Further investigations by the New York Times revealed that the tuna may be so processed and blended that identifying it at a DNA level becomes nearly impossible. Even if it is tuna, there are bigger concerns. Where is it from? Is it wild-caught? Is it packed with mercury? Subway refuses to disclose sourcing information. Why it matters. You might be eating mystery meat in a mayo mask and calling it protein. 3. Cold cuts that aren't what they seem. Subway offers turkey, ham, roast beef, and chicken. But in many cases, these meats are heavily processed, injected, and restructured, meaning they're not slices of real meat, but rather a slurry of meat paste formed into uniform shapes. A 2017 CBC investigation in Canada tested Subway's chicken and found it to be only 53% actual chicken, with the rest made up of soy protein and additives. Subway called the test inaccurate, but refused to release independent lab results proving otherwise. And those meats? They're often packed with phosphates, sodium nitrates, and preservatives that are linked to increased risk of cancer and heart disease. Why it matters. You're not eating deli meat. You're eating a chemical cocktail molded to look like meat. 4. So many additives, so little transparency. Subway loves to tout its veggies. But what about everything else? From sauces to bread to meats, the chain's menu is packed with preservatives, stabilizers, and artificial colors. Some of the worst offenders, propylene glycol, used in sauces and meats, also found in antifreeze. Caramel color, linked to cancer in animal studies, especially when derived from ammonia. Sodium phosphate, common in their chicken and ham, associated with kidney stress and bone loss. Subway provides ingredient lists, but most customers never read them, and the sheer number of ingredients in a single sandwich can be shocking. One simple footlong can contain over 120 different additives across its components. Why it matters. That simple sandwich is often more processed than a frozen TV dinner. 5. Their healthy image is misleading. Subway markets itself as the healthier choice. But that's only true if you eat your sandwich dry, on whole wheat, and without cheese or sauce. But that's not how most people order. A foot-long turkey sandwich with chipotle sauce, provolone, and ranch? That's nearly 1,000 calories and over 2,000 milliliters of sodium, your entire recommended salt intake for the day. Even their salads, when loaded with dressing, can rival a burger in fat and calories. And don't forget the cookies, some of which contain artificial colors banned in parts of Europe. Why it matters. Subway sells you on fresh and fit, then loads your sandwich with the same junk as any fast food chain. 6. Sketchy franchise practices and worker treatment. Subway has the most franchises of any fast food chain in the world, but that comes with a cost. Many franchisees have complained about unrealistic corporate demands, oversaturation of locations, and retaliation for speaking out. Meanwhile, reports from workers highlight issues like understaffed stores, poor food handling practices, pressure to cut corners, limited food safety training. When the people making your sandwich are underpaid, overworked, and poorly trained, it raises serious questions about cleanliness, consistency, and customer safety. Why it matters. Your sandwich is only as good as the system behind it, and Subway's system is broken. 7. They're falling behind the industry. In recent years, Subway has lost thousands of stores and seen declining public trust. While chains like Chipotle, Sweetgreen, and Panera have pushed for cleaner ingredients and menu transparency, Subway has lagged behind. Sure, they launched the Eat Fresh Refresh campaign, but behind the TV commercials and celebrity endorsements, little has changed on the actual menu. You're still eating bread loaded with sugar, meats packed with fillers, sauces laced with chemicals, produce that's been sitting in bins for hours. Why it matters. Subway hasn't adapted to the modern food landscape, and your body pays the price. 8. Better options exist. If you're looking for fast, customizable sandwiches or salads, you have better choices. Panera Bread, more transparent with ingredients. Better bread and salad options, though still watch the sodium. Jason's Deli offers real deli meats in a wider range of fresh options. Your local deli or co-op may offer higher quality meats, better sourcing, and freshly baked bread. Even grocery store delis often have fresher, cleaner sandwiches for the same price as Subway, with none of the questionable science lab ingredients. Red flags to watch for at Subway. If you're still going to eat there, at least do it with open eyes. Watch out for glossy, wet vegetables, often sprayed to look fresh, pre-sliced meats sitting in bins, likely loaded with preservatives, uniform bread loaves, a dead giveaway of heavy processing, overpowering sauces, mask bland meat with fat, salt, and sugar, strange meat textures, spongy or rubbery, dash of processed paste, not real protein. Final word. Subway isn't the worst fast food chain, but it may be the most misleading. It built an empire on the idea that it's better, healthier, and fresher than the competition. But behind the glass counters and green branding lies a system just as industrial, just as processed, and just as profit-driven as any burger joint. If you care about what you eat, if you read labels, care about sourcing, or just want real food, Subway might not be your best bet. So before you grab that next footlong, ask yourself, is it really fresh if it's pumped with chemicals and flavor masks? Is it really healthy if you can't pronounce what's in it?